Hello. So the first unsolved case is John Wiegmann. Like this, I looked it up and everything, and I typed a lot of it out, and it's weird. It's weird, and they don't have any suspects. I looked it up and they don't have any suspects. But there is a comment that I agree with. It's John's sister-in-law where she said somebody knows something basically. So John was found strangled to death inside his Motel 6 room in Nashua, New Hampshire, which is weird. On Sunday, May 3rd, 2019, John, age 59, he's 59, had been staying at the Motel 6 on Progress Avenue for several days prior to his murder. A lot of people stay at hotels. How come nobody saw who killed him? Wouldn't it be weird? Don't they have cameras? I don't know. I don't know. For several days prior to his murder, he was last seen getting into a green minivan on the Motel 6 at the Motel 6 around 7:38 p.m. on Sunday, May 2nd, 2009. His van is described as having a 3-inch diameter sunspot on the passenger side of the front fender in the front of the mirror. Earlier that evening, he was visited several local restaurants and bars and was seen wearing a green t-shirt, jeans, and a brown windbreaker type jacket and his cane. The family of John said, "Somebody knows something. Someone in the hotel knows what happened and knows more than they're saying." See? I agree. Somebody knows something. It's weird. It's weird. Janice Quinn, Wiegmann's sister-in-law, said, "I don't know what to say except please do the right thing." I agree. Like so many unsolved cases. So many. And it's terrifying, to be honest. John had been diagnosed with cerebral... Wait. Hold on. Emphysema. I don't know why, but I wanted to say cerebral palsy. But that's different than what he was actually diagnosed with. I'm such... I don't know the right word to say. Blonde, I guess. And was on disability. Shortly before he died, he had been in the hospital because of a mysterious leg injury. Did he explain why? He was discharged from the hospital the next Wednesday, April 29th, and was found dead 4 days after that. That's weird. That is weird. That's weird. The family was asked to drive separately to the Nashua Police Department, where they were put into separate rooms and interviewed. Eventually, they all gave police fingerprints and allowed them to take a mugshot and DNA sample before leaving the station around midnight. They had been there since 3 p.m. Dude, that is terrifying. Like, yeah, my family member ended up dead, and I'm currently in the police station. Sure, that's not terrifying. The family didn't officially learn that Wiegmann had been murdered until Monday. Oh. They didn't know. Oh boy. Just, yeah, we would like your DNA and your mugshot. Goodbye. We just want it. You guys are suspects in a murder. Okay, but can you guys, like, tell us who's... Like, that's terrifying. And heartbreaking. Oh, when someone from the state attorney general's office called with the results of the autopsy. That's even more heartbreaking. When they had to plan for Wiegmann's funeral, all while talking to the police, the process is just nothing like what most people go through for a funeral. Most people don't have police at the funeral. Donna Wiegmann said she still shuts down when asked about her brother. Duh, of course, who wouldn't? That's one of my defense mechanisms. She said, we don't talk about it. We don't talk about it. Not even to each other. We just secretly pray that the person who did this is brought to justice. That's not right. I really hope they find this person. Then again, it's unsolved, so Jessica Wiegmann. It's not like when someone passes away and you know why they passed. It's the not knowing. It's like there's no closure. It makes it so hard. Jessica Wiegmann said not knowing who killed her father makes the healing process slower. Yeah, I bet. You want to see people behind bars. You want justice. It's just not right that someone can take another person's life and continue their life, she said. It makes me extremely angry that this person hasn't been caught. Yeah, I agree. Now it's time to appeal to people's heartstrings, Quinn said. Maybe this will make people think twice or ask their next door neighbor, did you see anything that happened? It's all a matter of getting someone to look and think. I'm hoping this will help someone to do the right thing. Yeah, I do too. Detective Craig Allard and John Leto traveled to Las Vegas and Utah to interview Wiegmann's friends and acquaintances there in hopes of digging up new leads. The efforts proved fruitless, Howie said. Oh, God. Oh, yeah, because I read somewhere that he used to live out of state for a good couple years, and then he decided to move back to be closer with family, but then this happened. Emphysema is causes shortness of breath. Emphysema is basically kind of like COPD, kind of. They're both caused by smoking. You know, it can cause heart problems and large holes in the lungs. Some people with emphysema develop empty spaces in the lungs called whatever that is. Medical terms. I don't know medical terms. Okay. They can be as large as half the lung. This is why you don't smoke, kids. This is why you don't smoke. Quinn applauded the efforts of the police and the Attorney General's office, saying they are doing a very good job. Very good job. Information is wonderful, but it all needs to lead somewhere, Quinn said. There has to be proof, and proof hasn't come up yet. Somebody knows something somewhere. Yeah, somebody does. And this is an ongoing case. Like, this is still, back there, like with the other cold cases. They're just waiting. They have nothing. Like zero, nada, nothing. Man. Bro. This... And to think that the families didn't learn about his passing until Monday. That's like saying, we haven't talked to this person for a couple days. Do you know if they're alright? Yeah, they're dead. Like, boom, left ball. Like, hey. It's like a jump scare, but the scare is real. Well, I have another one. Maura Murray, or Maura Murray. Maura Murray. Dude, this one, I read about it, and I'm still, like, reading up on it. This one is... I've seen this on YouTube, but I also wanted to, like, dive in more into it. She was known for her kind heart, beautiful smile paired with her signature dimples. Maura was an overachiever. She took part in nearly every sport she came across, including competitive AAU basketball, which allowed her to travel. She graduated top of her class. She was a fierce competitor. She broke several long-standing school records. Dang. Man, make me look like I can't do anything. Okay. On the morning of February 9th, 2014, Maura submitted her nursing homework electronically and reportedly emailed professors stating there had been a death in the family. There was no death. What? She then packed a bag and left. At 3:15 p.m., Maura stopped at an off-campus ATM and withdrew $280, which was almost all of her money in her account. Why? Wow, this is why. Authorities said she departed the Amherst Hadley, Mass area around 4:30 p.m. and drove her 1996 Saturn north towards New Hampshire. She did not tell anyone what her plans were or why she was heading to New Hampshire on that Monday afternoon. At 7:27 p.m., Faith Westman, a resident of Haverhill, Nashville, New Hampshire, called the police and stated that there had been a car accident near her home and that a car was stuck in a ditch. After a bus driver named Dutch, do you know how to speak Dutch? He does. Drove by and spoke to Maura. As you can tell, I don't know how to say her name properly. I am most likely messing up this poor lady's name. I'm sorry. He offered her help and asked if she needed him to call the police. She declined both offers and said she already called AAA. He parked and went inside and called the police and placed his call at 7:42 p.m. When asked if she appeared injured, he told police that she was shaken up and that the airbags had deployed, but that he saw no blood. So that's a good thing. She wasn't bleeding. Possibly internally. We don't know. By the time the first officer arrived on scene at 7:46 p.m., Maura was gone. Poof. The officer noted that the car had been locked and there was a box of red wine behind the driver's seat. That could have been why she took all of her money out. Well, almost all. As well as stains on the ceiling and door, and a Coke bottle that appeared to have red liquid in it. He also noted that there appeared to be a rag stuffed in Maura's tailpipe. Later, it was learned that this is something Fred had advised Maura to do in order to avoid being ticketed by police for the excessive smoke coming out of the tailpipe. The officer asked the bus driver for assistance locating Maura and suggested he drive west of the accident scene and search some of the roads in the French Pond area. A state trooper also responded to the scene and also searched the roads west of the accident site. Fire and EMS also responded to the scene. EMS was dismissed within minutes, perhaps because there was no one at the scene to treat. The 8 firefighters briefly searched in the accident scene before proceeding back west and returning to the fire station. As far as anyone is aware, no one searched east of the accident. Why? She could have gone east, you stupid idiots. Why? The bus driver's brief interaction with Maura was the last known sighting since that time. There has been no trace of her and no activity on her cell phone or bank accounts. Ooh. That's a telltale sign that she's not alive, because no activity on bank accounts equals no money usage. And no money usage is usually a telltale sign that she's, gone, dead. She was reportedly sighted 4 miles down the road shortly after her accident. A man reportedly saw her at 8:30. The man believed it was her by what she was wearing, a dark coat, jeans, and a light-colored hood. And a man by the name Forcer told law enforcement that he saw Murray wearing a dark coat and was deemed credible, even though the last known footage of her shows otherwise. She was wearing a light coat, but Forcer was still deemed a credible source. It's possible for black-white appear inverted. Oh yeah, for black and white, it's inverted, can appear inverted. But that still wouldn't explain. Why did he say he saw her in a dark coat? And then last known footage shows she's wearing a light coat. Why? The whimpering call. Bill, Maura's boyfriend at the time. Bill was in the Army and stationed at Fort Sill, Oklahoma in February of 2004. When Bill learned that Maura's car had been found abandoned after an accident in New Hampshire and that she had been missing for 24 hours, he decided to head up and help with the search. The Red Cross helps the military coordinate emergency leave, so Bill asked his mother, Sharon, to contact them and get the process moving. Sharon called the Red Cross that evening, February 10th, and left a message with a live answering service at some point before 5:45 a.m. the next morning, Wednesday 11th. Bill missed a call on his cell phone while he was going through airport security. The caller left a short voicemail that sounded like a labored breathing or muffled sobs that Bill believed could have been Maura. When Bill tried calling the number back, there was an automated message stating that the call could not be connected because it was prepaid calling service, calling card, basically. Bill knew Maura often used calling cards to make long-distance calls, and that Sharon had given her 2 calling cards as a gift on Thanksgiving of 2013. There were also 3 calling cards on the list of items recovered from the Saturn. So, that was my knee. I am currently on the floor. Like I'm kneeing on the floor, so. But that's weird. That's weird. So she basically did a Harry Houdini and just poofed. No? Just, hey yo. You know, you seen that Vine? Yeah. Okay, or is it a meme? It's a meme, my bad. So it seems apparent that it was common for Maura to use calling cards. According to Sharon's notes, Bill was frantic. Why? When he called his parents to tell them about the voicemail, his parents suggested that he contact a friend of the family that worked for the FBI at the time, which he did. He also called the Haverhill police to report it at 5:50 a.m. Later that evening, when Bill and his parents arrived in New Hampshire, they went directly to the Haverhill police station to meet with the Mauras and law enforcement at the station. The police played the voicemail through their landline. Not everyone heard the same thing. Sharon thought it sounded like sniffling and as someone was trying not to cry. That's weird. Officers that heard the voicemail said it sounded like someone humming. To Fred, it sounded like the sounds were unintelligible. In Julie's TikTok video, she has a TikTok. Julie's TikTok video, Fred recalled feeling that he desperately wanted to be Maura, but wasn't able to make out the whimpering that others heard. Detective Landry. I'm sorry. It's the name. It's Landry. This is not a laughing matter. Sorry. Told the Murrays and Bill and his parents, I don't know how to say their last name, that he had traced the call to the Red Cross. However, Shannon was skeptical for a few reasons. For one, Shannon never gave Bill's phone number to the Red Cross. Second, the Red Cross would not normally communicate with a soldier directly. They were generally only in communication with the soldier's spouse or parents and the soldier's commanding officer. And that's it. That's weird. Like I said, these are unsolved cases, and it's weird. It's weird. Do you guys think it could be her? Or her ghost? Yeah. Really don't know. I'm intrigued. Oh, and by the way, if you guys want, you guys can look up this case, because I obviously left some stuff out because I didn't want to, type it all out and everything. And comment a case that happened in your state that's currently unsolved, and I'll look it up and do a video on it, so yeah, don't forget, like and subscribe, please. But that's it for this video. I will post more bunny videos, more bunny. Right now he peed on the floor, so he's in his cage. So he would be out right now if he didn't do that. But again, like and subscribe, comment a case that happened in your state, and I'll do it. Thank you.